All right, team, welcome back to another update from the bull ring. Now, in yesterday's video, we talked about how I track Tesla and how I go into trades, whether it's Tesla, it could be another stock, but I like Tesla. Tesla is very predictable by the day, and I'll show you guys later how I do that. So you can see here, and this is a reminder, since the 1st of March, I've marked off the beginning of each trading session. Okay. Then I box off the highs and the lows of the day. So this is the support Tesla had. Here's the resistance. The same thing here. And we went on. And then we started seeing that Tesla is in a downtrend. So I had 3 boxes in a row that went down. And then I have my signals that turn on. I said that wrong. So the signal turns on and I get a sell signal or a buy signal, and that tells me to enter. And I base it off my moving average here. Now, if you guys want to know what my lightning line is, this is a 9-day moving average, and it is a moving average, not an exponential moving average, which is EMA. This is a smooth moving average. So some people refer to it as SMA. Some people will say MA. Okay. So let's go into the nuts and bolts, and I'll show you how you can trade Tesla on the 30-minute time frame. All right. So you can see here that we have my green indicator. So this is my vertical lines. I've adjusted them to represent when the MACD converge or diverge on the 30-minute. So yesterday we had what I call a fake pump and dump, right? So right in here we saw a buy signal turn on, okay? And then we went to a sell signal today, okay? So this makes it difficult if you're trading, but if you got in up here, it doesn't matter because you've got a lot of profits. And it can help you with the patience and waiting. I know sometimes people don't want to wait for their trades, but let's look at the MACD. So MACD cross here. Then we had another crossing right in here. Okay, and let me make this a little bit easier to see. We can highlight this. And the reason I mark this off is so that you can, or I can, have a history versus going back and recharting your charts. Okay, you have a history, just leave it alone. If you need to watch Tesla on a 5-minute or different time frame and you don't want all these lines, then open up a new session. But you should keep a history of what you're doing with the trade. Okay. Now, the only reason I will enter into a trade is if I get the MACD turning around, okay, or crossing, okay, flipping, whatever you want to call it. And that's my first signal. My second signal is I need my Heikin-Ashi smooth to turn on, and that's the sell signal. I'm going to open this up here, and you can see the indicator is called Heikin-Ashi smooth buy sell, okay? Now, if I have that, and I have one candle close under with the MACD crossing, I will enter the trade, because traditionally you're going to see that the trade will stay under or above for a while. Now, for example, here, okay, we had, let me change colors here. We had a buy signal, but I didn't have a MACD cross. So there's no way I'm going to enter that trade. Okay. You have to stay disciplined to your rules. Okay, those are my rules. I need 3 things to happen. MACD flips. I have one candle close under the 9-day moving average, and I have my signal. Okay, so I got a signal here, but I didn't have a MACD headed up, so I left it alone. Now, sell signal here. I have one candle close under here, okay, and this line tells me MACD cross. So this is the perfect time to get in right in here. Okay, so let's say you got in at that point like I did. The trade is at 189, And you see how the candles continue to stay under the 9-day moving average until we got in here. Okay. Now it's at 181 in this area. You have two choices. Okay. You can sell or you can set a stop loss. Okay. Stop loss is when you enter an order and you tell the system, if the trade goes the wrong way, meaning back up, I want you to sell it. So if you entered here, okay, and now the trade is here, and what I do is I look at the top of these candles. Okay, these are 30-minute candles, and I wait for them to close. Okay, now I had two green ones, and I see, whoa, it almost started reversing. So maybe I set a stop loss right in there so that, give me 1 second, so that this little dot here, if I set my stop loss at 186, maybe at 185, I still make a profit, okay, versus letting it go up and up and up and up. And that's where some people make that mistake, and they think it's going to come back down because they don't understand charts. And charts are very easy. You just have to do a little bit of homework and study. Guys, I have some free courses if you guys want to check them out. I also have some beginner courses that I sell on my website, okay, that you guys can take advantage of. And if you don't like it and you don't think you got value from the courses, I'll give you your money back. Money back guarantee, guys. For less than $1 a day, you can do this, okay? Got a package that I'm going to leave you guys. I'm going to leave you a link below. And just a reminder, if you guys are finding value in any of this in the video, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and hit that bell so that you get notified next time I come online and make a video. So back to the trade. So what I did, so what I did is I held here, okay? The only reason I held is because it didn't go up higher, okay? And I have a number that I look at, and usually for me, it's, if it's a day trade, sometimes I day trade. I don't like to do it because the market works against you. I like the longer trades, the swing trades. Now, if I'm up 5%, 10%, okay, that's where I'll set my stop loss. If it goes under 10%, then I'll take my profits, but it didn't, okay? And the trade continued to go down. Now, what if you just watched my video yesterday and you said, wow, I'm late to the game, but I want to get in? Very simple, okay? If you want to follow me on a trade, I'll let you guys come into the bull ring. We have a private community chat group on Telegram, and I post this all day long on the Telegram bull ring chat room, okay? So let's say, for example, today the market opened up. It is March 9th, so we opened up right around this area. So this is where Tesla popped up, okay? And everybody thought it's going to go up. I knew there was a lot of resistance here, and I can show you guys in the videos that I have, the courses, how to detect resistance. So I knew we weren't going to go past this, okay? Now, if you started with me today in the bull ring, I would have told you, hold, do not get in, because here I saw a green candle, then I saw a red candle, okay, on the 30-minute with resistance lower than the previous candle, which is my first sign. This is going to go my way if I'm going to short or if I'm going to buy option contracts, which are puts, which is shorting. Then I had a lower low. Okay, lower low here, lower high, and you can see as we go along, okay, and we'll paintball this, okay, we kept getting lower lows. And remember the rule, okay, I need three things. I need my sell signal, which happened here, okay, I need the candle to close under the 9, which it did, but I didn't have MACD crossing, which is right here, okay. Now, if you get in here, you're breaking the rules. If you would have got into the trade here, you're breaking the rules. If you get into the trade there, then you followed the rules. And you would have got in probably about 177. And we went all the way down to 172. This is where I would have told you, hey, take your profits. Don't hold it overnight. If you're new to trading as a beginner, you want to learn how to take profits. Nothing goes to the moon anymore. All right. One of the other things I noticed, because I did have some folks that wanted to get into the trade, okay, now we followed the rules and we got in here, okay, but what happened here is we saw a green candle on the 30 minutes. So you have to be very cautious and say, do I set a stop loss now that this candle opened up? The next candle started turning red right away. And so we drew a resistance line here, which is this nice little white line. Okay. And as long as it didn't go above that line, we knew we're going to continue to go down. Okay. And this is how we played Tesla today. And it was a very nice and profitable day. If you want to join us, guys, you can come in and I will coach you up, go through the courses, start with the free courses. Okay. And then for $30 a month, you get a big package. You get the private chat room. You get the YouTube channel. You're going to get a subscription that is private videos. You're going to get 2 long courses that are amazing. Okay, you're going to get a beginner's one. Then you're going to get an options trading one. Then I'm going to give you a watch list that you will get in a private room for yourself if you want to learn about swing trading. Okay, let's say you didn't want to play Tesla. Let's say you say, well, the market's going down. Well, this is what I can provide you. I'll give you another stock that you can actually trade that is going up. No matter if the market's going down, something is going up, and I'll show you. Okay, so this is an example of the watch list, and I scan and scan and scan the stock market. I do all the heavy lifting for you guys. Okay, and you can see here that our Arista networks, okay, at the beginning of the market, it went up, kept going up, and watch the line. I talked about the line, okay, kept going up, bounced off the 9-day moving average, again, bounce, nothing under the 9. So you jump in the trade here, then you just hold it. You keep holding it. Once you cross that line, sell it. And then if you take my courses, you'll learn how to add this. Again, this is the Heikin-Ashi smooth signal. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys again. It's up here. Okay, this one tells you it's time to sell it and get out. Now, if you want to short it, you can short it this time too, but you got to make sure you follow the rules. Okay, so this is what you guys will get for less than $1 a day. Plus, you're going to be in a room where you're going to get the entry. I'll show you guys how to enter. So for example, okay, Arista Networks, we've been doing the same thing with it. You can see, okay, if the MACD flips downward, I'm marking it red. If it goes up, I'm marking it green. Okay, and so on and so on. So this is what I do for you guys. If you need help with entering trades, okay, this is the best way. Okay, you can see you have 1, 2, 3, and then, okay, this would have been a good time to enter the trade for a short position. So now we're talking about 5 different times. And look at this. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and mark off the MACD on the 30-minute. Okay, and this is going down, so I'm marking it red. Then I'm going to go up here, and you can see it matches the rule. I have 1 candle close under the 9. I have my sell signal, and I have a MACD crossing signal. Okay, you jump in the trade there, guys, and you make some nice profit. Number one thing I teach everybody is take profits at 5%, because if you don't, you're not going to learn how to do it at 6, 7, 8, 10%. Once you learn how to do it at 5, then you do it at 10. Okay, so this is very simple. If you look at a video every day for 15 minutes, guys, your whole life can change and you will have additional income as long as you do 2 things. 1, follow the rules, and 2, get coached up, guys. The number one reason I started losing money when I first started was because I didn't have a coach. So what I did is I went and looked for a coach, and I paid way more than $1 a day, guys. I'll tell you that right now. So I hope this helps you guys, and I'm going to show you a little bit more that's going on in the stock market, but this part here is the most important part, is learning how to get in and how to get out. Okay, next up we have SPX, which is the S&P 500, and I'm going to make this simple for you guys. If you take the courses I'm telling you about, I teach you this in the courses. So number one thing you want to look at is what's been the latest resistance that I have with the stock. And so let me change the dots to a line. Okay. That's the latest resistance. I had resistance here and we tried to come up, and then it went past the previous resistance and boom, we hit a wall again. Okay. Now what's been the latest support? And that's this right here, guys. Okay, so on another chart, I will show you this was support here. And we started to fall under support. Let me move this back a little bit to show you how this works. Okay, SPX is in a official downtrend. Okay, now if you look at a line, okay, you can see SPX is headed down. If you look at candles, people worry and they say it's this, is that. Okay, don't worry about the candles, worry about where it's actually going. Now, if I look at my Heikin-Ashi, like we talked about, okay, we have a sell signal. We had a fake pump and dump here, a buy. Now we have a sell signal, guys. Okay, now let's go look at our MACD. Okay. And we've had a MACD crossing on the daily for a while here. And you can see, okay, that's my downtrend. Okay, these are my latest downtrends. So if you're going to invest in the stock market, it's best that you know how to use these easy tools to tell you what's going on with the stock market. Okay, so you can see here, okay, one candle close under, I have MACD crossing, get my sell signal. You can enter the trade here and then decide when you want to get out and take profits. Okay, now how far down is SPX going to go? Well, if you guys get into my advanced trading courses, I'm going to show you how to measure this because of what's going on with the stock market. Okay, instead of measuring from here, let's measure somewhere in the middle here, because that'll give us a more humble vision of where it's going. So I take this measurement and I move it over to where it actually got out of the rising wedge, and I see that potentially we could be going to 34.52. Is that going to happen tomorrow? Nope. It's going to take a while. Okay, now there's other ways to chart this, so I'm going to show you that in a second. Okay, if I wanted to chart this and say, well, I want to go with more and more recent, I don't want to go back all the way to last year September, that's fine. Let's look at that. Okay, now we can take off our indicators and we're just going to go here, something that's more recent. Okay, something that's been closer to today's date. Okay, so now you can see again, rising wedge was developing and we draw our support lines, okay, and our resistance. And if I take this, since it's more recent, I'll go about 75 to 85% of the wedge. And then here, I can tell you it's going to be about 3,700. Okay. So we think SPX is going down. A lot of the analysts on TV, if you guys watch the news, are saying the same thing. Okay. What I personally like to watch is two lines, guys, and I'm going to show you. So I'm going to get rid of those drawings. And so I watch trends. So this is my first trend. Okay. And I have some serious resistance that happened there. More than happened there. Okay. And now my second thing I'm watching is these candles here. Okay. I can look at that and say, okay, resistance is going lower, but no, I want to see what happened this week. So I'm just going to measure this here and I'm going to draw a resistance line. Okay. Now this is what I see. I see resistance happen there. Then we got into it there. Not here, but today we hit resistance, which means we're falling. Okay. Now for the week, if I wanted to use my technical analysis, I can tell you right here, we are in a descending wedge, which potentially we can see the stock pop up. Okay. So we went here and then we came down. Now we can hit here and fall. Okay. Which is what I think is going to happen. But we can also pop out and then hit our head here and then go down. So it's important that you follow the stocks and you practice this daily so you understand what is really going on with the trend. Okay, now remember, you do have the MACD on the daily here is still headed down. Okay, we had some indications here with these light histograms. Instead of red, they turn a little pink, but then we had a big red one here that tells me, whoop, it's going to continue to head down. And if you're familiar with the RSI, relative strength index indicator, this line here is the 50-day moving average. It went under the 50-day moving average. And actually, if you see here, okay, it found resistance right at the 50. And that tells me that we are going to continue in the downtrend. So this is what I see. Okay, if you see something different, leave me some comments below, guys. But the market is headed down no matter what stock you play. I'm going to review one more stock, which is the biggest one, and that's Apple. But no matter what stock you're playing, these are the things you need to be doing on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, and looking at stuff on the weekend. Now, if you don't have time because you're a full-time employee or you're a full-time student, okay, this is why you need to be in a group. No one is going to offer you $30 a month, less than $1 a day. It's actually $29.99, less than $1 a day. And they do all the heavy lifting for you. They teach you, they have courses, they scan stocks on the weekend, they hold session, guys, and then give you a money back guarantee. You would be crazy not to take that deal. I would take that deal in a heartbeat when I first started. Okay. All right, let's look at Apple. Apple is the biggest market cap. Okay, so it trades the most. And what's going on with Apple? So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to draw our resistance line. Okay, remember? Now we could do this, but we're going to go off of the first candle that had the resistance. Okay, this again is what we call a false breakout. We thought it was going to break out, but it didn't. Okay. Now we see that Apple is headed down. It had 1, 2, 3, and almost 4 times it hit that top. Okay. Now Apple is a behemoth. It's big. Okay. A lot of people trade it. Okay. So what's going on here? So we have, okay, a nice support that Apple developed here. So let's show you what potentially Apple could be doing. Okay. Now we could do this. Okay. But that just leaves it open for a lot of interpretation. Okay. Now we can go up here with our line and then just measure our resistance. Our support. Okay. We can be in a megaphone, which is a bearish sign or technical. Okay. But I'm going to measure from there. And you can see that we did have some support. Okay. With Apple, we had support there. Okay. We had support there. So this is a trend on the way up. Okay. Now what's next for Apple? Okay. Well, let's take a look. Let's take a look at what might happen, because sometimes stocks will hit resistance 3-4 times and then they pop out. Okay. So we had 1, we hit there. Got 2, 3. Okay. We might be seeing 4 down here. Okay. If we don't, we could see this squeeze play there, and then we start headed down. Okay, now let's take a look at the MACD. What's the MACD doing? Do we have any kind of confirmation? It was headed up, and now we have a red histogram. It was pink. It was a little bit turning a little bit bullish. Okay, and what's going on with the RSI? The RSI is officially crossing the 50-day moving average on the daily chart. Okay, now what's gonna happen tomorrow? Well, Apple is currently, I believe, at about 150.59. Can it go down to 144? Okay, potentially. The market is really fried right now. It's oversold. Okay, if you don't understand what oversold is, jump in my courses, guys. Apple is definitely headed down. Okay, it's gonna have some resistance. It's gonna have people fighting for it because people love Apple. They want to buy it. Okay, but you have to be realistic. This is healthy for a stock. It'll go down and it'll come back up, and then it'll continue up higher. Okay, so be very careful if you are playing with Apple. Okay, there's a lot of people trading it, so you're competing against lots and lots of people. So guys, once again, reminder, hopefully you guys found a lot of value out of this and you want to learn more. Hit me up. I got some free stuff, but when you're ready to make a big change in your life and make some extra income, guys, jump in the courses. You get all the courses. You get the watch list. You get the YouTube private channel. You're going to get the Telegram private community chat room. Guys, if I package that all up, you would be paying over $1,000 a year. Okay, I'm giving it to you for less than $1 a day. Okay, 29 bucks a month. You can't go wrong with a money back guarantee. So I hope this video helped you guys. If you have any questions, feel free to leave me a comment or send me an email to coachavalos@bullringtrading.com. Until then, guys, see you at the next video.